Hi, it's Carolee from Wise Woman Ways, and today I want to talk to you about something I like to call the Wise Woman Wink. I'm actually not that good at winking physically, but I've gotten really good at winking spiritually, and let me give you an example of what I mean by that. So, I moved to Homer, Alaska from Los Angeles a little over a year ago, and I was visiting in LA a couple weeks ago, and on my flight back, I ended up in Anchorage at 4 a.m. in the morning, and my flight from Anchorage to Homer wasn't until 10, so I had several long hours stuck in the airport in the middle of the night. And so I took my bag and I went to find somewhere to sleep, and I wrapped myself up in my coat and I pulled down my hat, which I love because it has holes so I can see out, but no one can see in. Gives me some privacy. Um, and I took my backpack and I laid down my head, and soon I was fast asleep. And a couple hours later, I got shooken awake by two police officers. And I don't want to say that they were grabbing me, but they were sort of forcefully trying to get me out of the airport. And they were saying, "You're not allowed in here. We've told you this before. You need to get out. You can't keep coming in here. You're not allowed in here. I know it's cold outside, but you need to leave." And I said, "Well, hold on, I have a flight at 10 a.m." And they go, "Yeah, no, we know you don't have a flight, so please just leave." And they were holding me on each arm and escorting me out of the airport. And I said, "Wait, I have a flight at 10 a.m. I just flew in from LA." And they said, "Yeah, okay, let's see your flight that you probably picked up off the floor." So I pulled out my ticket and I gave it to them, and they said, "Well, see, look, this isn't a flight to Homer, this is a flight to LA." And I said, "No, it's not a flight to LA. I just got here from LA, and if you flip it over to the one underneath, that's my flight to Homer." And as they looked at it, it dawned on them. I could see the embarrassment sort of cross their face. And they quickly, I don't even think they apologized. They sort of just quickly said, "Oh, okay," and turned around and left out of the sliding glass doors and got into their police car, which I thought was interesting because it wasn't airport security that was asking me to leave. It was actually a police car that had driven up to escort me out of the airport. And after they left, I was a little shaken, but I kind of thought it was sort of funny, and I was laughing about it. And I called my husband and told him about it, and then I said, "I really want to meet my homeless doppelganger." And my husband said, "No, I don't know if that's a good idea. I mean, maybe she's aggressive. Like, they were really trying hard to get you out of there." And I said, "Maybe, but I really kind of want to meet her." And he's like, "Nah, I'm not so sure that's a good idea." And I said, "Maybe you're right. I know I don't look great at 4 in the morning, but do I look that disheveled? I don't know." And so we hung up. We laughed about it for a minute and we hung up, and I went back and sat down on my seat. And when I sat down and was just kind of reflecting over what had just happened, I looked across the way and I saw this young man sleeping on the row across from where I had been sleeping. And he was maybe late teens, early 20s, maybe like 22, 23, and he had the same color as mine, the same length as me. He had a knit hat on like mine. And I, at the time, had sort of a olive green kind of army type coat on, and he had a really similar coat and jeans, and we both had sort of heavy boots on. And I looked at him and I thought, I think that's my homeless doppelganger. And as I gazed at him, sweetly sleeping, nice and warm, he was kind of wrapped in this sort of ratty, holy old sleeping bag. And I just smiled. I thought, I'm glad that he gets to sleep, and that it was me that was woken up. And I went and got my breakfast, and as I ate, I sort of prayerfully sat in gratitude over the fact that I have food. I sat in gratitude over the fact that I have a home, that I have a lovely home and a lovely family, and somewhere to go to hang out with people that love me and that I love. And as I was thinking all of this, the universe was like, yeah, you have a lovely home. That's why, you can take one for Team Homeless. And I just started laughing outside and I was like, that's true, universe. Like we just have this winking game. And I have friends that when I share these experiences, they're like, you have the weirdest experiences. And I do. I have these weird experiences. And I actually think we all have these weird experiences, but we're just not aware. I mean, there's a time in my life where I wasn't aware of the universe winking at me like that, that we were in on this joke. The police thought that I was someone else, and I didn't mind that. But there was a time where I probably would have gone to, like, instead of this wise wink place, this woe is me place of, oh my gosh, they woke me up out of my sleep, and why did this happen to me? And I can't believe they thought I was homeless. And maybe I'd go to the bathroom and like spruce myself up because I didn't feel good about myself because I got mistaken for a homeless person. Or we can go to this unwise kind of whining place of, gosh, those stupid police officers, I can't believe they did that. What a waste of time. But instead, when you look at it like this game, and what I found with the Wise Woman Wink with the universe game is sometimes I don't find out immediately what the joke is. Like, this wink is like you're in on the secret and you're part of the fun, and sometimes I don't get it right away when something happens, but eventually it comes to me and I was like, got it, universe. So I really recommend that you guys play the game of the Wise Woman Wink with the world, because it's a lot more fun than other ways of looking at things when weird things happen to you.